this into decimals. If anyone did this on the calculator, I can also do it on the calculator. There were a couple different ways you could have went about doing this. Most of you probably put the table into decimals. And then typed in your y1 tilde mx1 plus b, and then saw this, your m and your b, and figured out which one was closest to it. Closest wouldn't be exact because they got rid of a lot of decimals. And for the negative 0.19, they rounded. So the one that's closest to it would be A. But I'm going to show you another way you could have done this as well. So maybe you put in the table, but maybe you didn't do this part, but put in each of the answers. You can see which one is around the points. The blue is not even showing. It's all the way down here. Let's try this. So the blue is all the way down here, definitely not near the points. The red is right around the points. The green and purple are facing another direction. So that would tell me that the red is the closest. There we go. Or if I compared the red to my original, they're very close. Not exactly, because one's not using all the decimals, but that one is closest. Questions on that one? Okay, flip it over to the back. Here are some other examples of what it might look like on an SOL. So let's go ahead and put this table into decimals first. Did anyone do the last one in the calculator that needed or wanted to see it? Okay. So go ahead and put this table into decimals. And then if you left your y1 tilde mx1 plus b, it would change. And we see that our slope is 1.25. Well, first, before I even do that part. This would be positive or negative? Based on these points.
Positive.
Positive. So I can get rid of the negative ones. I can get rid of A and B. And then looking at my slope, it's 1.25, so I can look at just the slope, the fraction, and see which of those would be 1.25. Some of you may know that already. And the 5/4, the positive 5/4 would be that answer, so D. So I don't even have to put the entire equation in to see if it matches. This last one, we don't even need decimals or the calculator to do. But do we have questions on this one so far? This one, because it gives us a graph with points that are easily, like we can see where each point is. It's not like it's in the middle or something like that. Would this be negative or positive? Negative. So I can get rid of the positive ones. And then I can graph these two on it and see which one matches or best fits the data. So if I were to graph H, like a regular line, start at positive 6, I'm going down 2 to the right 5 as many times as possible. I can see all the points kind of surround that line. I don't think it's going to be J, but I'm going to graph it anyway. So again, starting at 6, but now it's going down 5 to the right 2. So H is obviously the answer. So just because it says something about line of best fit doesn't mean you automatically have to use Desmos to find a line of best fit. You can use the graph if it helps. Now your SOL will be computerized, so if you had to draw a graph, you can draw on it with this touchscreen, but it would be a little harder. Or you could draw it on graph paper. Okay. Questions about this? I'm going to explain what you're doing next first before I give it to you. So everyone's going to get a piece of paper that looks like this. You are going to go around the room and ask 10 people their age and their height. Whether you convert this as soon as you ask it or later is up to you. At the end, after you have everyone's data, you need to convert their age to months and their height to inches, which is straight inches. So if I say 5'2", convert that to what that is in inches. Then you're going to put all of your data into Desmos, so the calculator. You're going to find your line of best fit, and then you're going to make some predictions. So you're going to convert these 2 years to months, find out how tall that person would be based on your line of best fit. Then you're going to guess my age, I'm not going to tell you, and use that age in months to figure out what my height would be based on your line of best fit. Some of these will not be accurate. Some of them will not make sense. Some of you are around the same height. Some of you are taller than others. Some of you are not the same age. So your lines may not make sense, but it's okay. Do we have any questions before I pass this up? Okay. If you have questions, let me know. Listen! So, looking at the data, we can see that everyone's line of best fits are different because you didn't ask the same 10 people. Some of you asked people who are taller, older, the ages and heights were different. Also, Charlotte noticed this earlier. At some point in age, your age and your height are no longer correlated because adult men stop growing at like 21 to 25, women stop growing at like 18 to 21, and then if it was a linear thing, you would grow and just keep growing and be 100 feet tall, and that's not realistic. Also, some of your line of best fits are negative. Sometimes you shrink in age. The older you get, sometimes you shrink. Sometimes that's dealt with health and medical issues. Sometimes it's not. Or accidents and stuff like that. So realistically, some of these are accurate, some of them are not, but it also depends on genetics and so many other variables that this data, there's no real correlation to it. So I will say, based on the heights, none of them are right.
What?
Based on the ages, there is one that is right. There is one. It is between 25 and 35. I will not say which one. But there is one that is right.